What's going on YouTube? It's your boy RonnyPugs back again with another Spider-Man PS4 video for you guys. And although we just heard of the recent news that Sony has bought Insomniac Games, it turns out that may not be the only new Spider-Man PS4 related news this week, thanks to a potential leak from Amazon UK, which just so happens to be a potential Game of the Year edition of Spider-Man PS4 slated to drop next month. And before we begin, be sure to subscribe and hit that like button to stay all up to date with the #1 place on YouTube for quality Spider-Man content. So just about a day ago, Amazon UK posted this listing with the product currently unavailable with a scheduled release date of September 4th, 2019, along with the title of the product being Marvel Spider-Man Game of the Year Edition PlayStation 4. The product's description doesn't include much other than 2 bulletin points regarding what we already know about Spider-Man PS4. However, the third bulletin point attached to the description does state that this is Game of the Year, ironically, so it does appear to be no mistake that the Game of the Year edition was included in the title. Now, depending on how accurate this listing is, this is big news considering this is the first time we've heard of this edition of Spider-Man PS4. But if this does turn out to be true and we are getting a new Game of the Year edition for Marvel Spider-Man, what could we honestly expect? I have seen others in the community talk about potential new suits being added to the game exclusively for this Game of the Year edition, but I honestly don't see that happening considering Insomniac has given players the last 5 DLC suits for free. So that doesn't really seem like an Insomniac thing to do, especially since this edition of the game will probably have a $40 plus price tag attached to it, which makes me believe that with this potential Game of the Year edition for Spider-Man PS4, then we should just expect the main game to be bundled along with the City That Never Sleeps DLC. Realistically, that's the only thing I could see Insomniac doing with this Game of the Year edition aside from an obvious box art change, which isn't too bad, I guess. I mean, it certainly beats having to pay for each DLC separate and having to wait to download them. With this, not only would a collector get a new copy of the game, but for those who still haven't played it, they're able to get the full experience potentially from this one disc. I also think that maybe we could see a new theme or avatar being added to this Game of the Year edition, similar to what we saw with the pre-order bonus of Spider-Man PS4, or maybe we could just see that pre-order bonus rebundled in this package. I do think it's cool that even a year later we're seeing new content surrounding the game, even if it is just a potential repackaged version of the main game along with the DLC, but I do think the price of this edition should be around $40 considering it's a year-old game, and the last time I checked you can get the standard version of the game at GameStop for $20. So let me know what you guys thought of the video. Do you agree with my expectations for this edition, and do you believe this Amazon listing is legit? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe, follow my social medias, and I will see you guys again in my next video.